I yield to my good friend, Mr. Miguel Melbourne, for some of his motivation. Good evening, Miguel.
Hello, 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 Erwin. An Ira good evening to you. And an Ira good evening to our distinguished listeners wherever in the world you're tuning in from. We thank you. My name is Miguel Anthony Melbourne. This week on Melbourne Motivation, my guest is not only a distinguished gentleman, but he's also a dear friend. And so he's going to help us tackle the world of personal finance. So let me tell you a bit more about him. Owen Ashley was born in Kingston, Jamaica, and migrated to the US as a young boy. He grew up in the Bronx, a place he credits with helping him develop his relationship building skills. Today, Owen is a certified retirement counselor. With more than a decade in the financial services industry, he is passionate about helping individuals secure their financial future. His initial practice focused on helping people with risk management, such as life insurance, disability, health insurance. He then advanced to full-scale financial planning. Currently, Owen counsels individuals to better understand their job benefits. He notes people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. His mission is to ensure that hardworking folks have the support they need to align their present options with their long-term money goals. So with that, I say, King Owen,
Yeah,
welcome to Melbourne Motivation. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How you doing?
I am doing splendid, man. You know, it's been a while since we caught up, and so I'm excited to jump into this conversation with you. And one of the reasons, Owen, that I'm excited to have this conversation with you is because we're in that season. You know, New Year's resolution is upon us. We're gonna hear a whole lot of New Year, new me. In 2022, I'm gonna get my money right. And so, you
It's a
know,
beautiful thing to hear it, better to see it.
right? Exactly. How many people actually go about it in a way that helps them achieve that goal? But before we jump into it, Owen, what inspired you to get into the field of financial advising?
Various things, a few things, and I feel that it all connected. I would say started number one. As a child, I saw that I was pretty good at saving money, especially for something that I wanted. Number two, I can remember, I believe I was in seventh grade around 1997. My uncle saw me and he mentioned to me, like, I think you're going to be a businessman because every time you always have a pen and a paper nearby you. So that kind of puts a bug in my in my ear. And then as I started growing and getting older, I'm realizing something about myself is that I'm a people person. I like to help people, but not just help people. I like to inform people. So the opportunity came in 2011 where a gentleman by the name of Steve Snipe, he actually graduated from Lehman College and I graduated from Lehman College. And he reached out to me via the fact that my resume was on the career service website for Lehman. And come to find out, he was a partner at a Fortune 100 company, financial institution. So he gave me the opportunity to join his team. And with that opportunity, he taught us information about the fact that we have the opportunity where we could create whatever type of business we want for ourselves. And as I got more into it and started to learn and better understand, I saw that, wait a minute, I'm on the inside of corporate America here, and I have the opportunity to learn the inside out of how things work, and I could bring this information back to our people or to those who care about it and want to know about it. So the more I learned and the more I saw how like people like Oprah, um, John McCain, J.C. Penney, the store, how they utilize the services that we have. So I wanted to make sure that our people know about it as well so they could utilize it.
You know, you're saying some really important things. You know, just as we start, you're talking about back being in seventh grade and your uncle just giving you one sentence, and that was lodged in your mind, and that gave you some direction, some encouragement about what your future could look like. That is very important. That's don't want folks to miss that. That is very important, right? The encouragement we provide to the youth, and so this is good stuff. You know, oftentimes, Owen, members in our community,
Yeah.
they're hesitant to work with a financial advisor because we perceive that's only for wealthy people, right? And so, is that something you've come across in your practice? And how do you enlighten? You know, what kind of wisdom do you give to enlighten folks with that mindset?
Well, I came across that and some other obstacles as well. But when it comes to that obstacle, one of the things I say to people, which is, all right, you may not be happy with your financial situation right now, but do you plan to be here forever? And they're usually like, no, I plan to get better. All right, then. So why don't you want someone that can help you get to the next side? Or another saying that I always believe in since I was a child, which is, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So right now, you may not be where you want to be financially. Doesn't mean that it won't hurt you to get the information now. So when you are where you want to be financially, you already know what to do, as opposed to trying to figure it out once you get to that next step. And another obstacle that I realized that's there is when we have bad experience. So bad experience in our community, usually, bad news spread faster than good news. So in the financial world, depending on where you are, that's one of the things you have to face with people that have good experience in our community. So for me, it really comes into building that relationship to let people see that you have someone that's on the inside that want to be your guy, where it's like, hey, listen, I know it's not, they say it's not what you know, it's who you know. So I want to be a person for you that I'm on the inside and I can help you. But the way I can help you is better understanding what's important to you. So it's building that the bridge to correct on the mishap that happened before me, and now to try and show people that you have someone that's by your side that actually cares.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's true. When you have someone, I love what you keep reaffirming, that you got the opportunity to learn more. And as much as you're building a career for yourself, a part of your excitement was bringing it back to our community. And oftentimes when it comes to business, no matter what, when you know that you're speaking to someone from your culture, it goes a long way. You're well versed in a number of areas, right, as a financial advisor. But in your current capacity as a certified retirement counselor, what is the issue you're helping individuals to solve?
My brother, my good brother, the main issue that I'm helping people solve is helping them identify their future self. Because one of the things that stop people from saving or prevent people from saving for themselves is that you don't visualize your future self. So you're not willing to save or give money to somebody you don't know. So if you don't know your future self, are you going to be willing to save for that person? And majority of the time is a no, right? So helping people with that, but also one of the things I like to say to the participants when I speak with them is, hey, as your retirement counselor, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to listen to your concerns. What do you want to achieve for yourself financially? And from there, I could show you how to utilize these tools to get you to where you want to be. Another conversation I have now is with people is age is not a retirement. It's no longer about, oh, I want to retire at this age. It's really the dollar amount. Let's figure out what dollar amount will make you feel comfortable to say, I want to walk away from this job and start my own business, or I just want to walk away from here and do something different. What dollar amount will make you feel good to do so? And once we figure that out, here's a big thing. The task is, are you willing to save for what you say you want? I could say have this in the third, but am I willing to do what I need to do to get myself there financially? So overall, helping people identify their future self, but also not only with that, making sure they understand, hey, it's not just about what you're doing here with your job. What are you doing outside of the job? I can't tell you what to do, but if you want to speak about it, we could just make sure what you're doing is in your best interest, not just short term, but long term, because you got to make sure it sense for the long term as well, not just the short term.
You're touching on some really good things, right? One, we often think that dreaming is reserved for young folks, but I do want to reaffirm what you're saying, that all my young folks out there, pour into your dream and dream big. But also for the adults out there, don't stop dreaming, right? What does your future self look like in retirement? So that's super cool to hear. There are plenty of hardworking folks out there, Owen, and they really want to take a step in the right direction, but sincerely, they don't know where to start. Is it stocks? Is it crypto? Right? Social media, the news, there's a whole bunch of new stuff coming up. They don't know where to start. And so from your experience, where should they start when they're thinking of creating a sound financial plan?
Well, here's the thing. What I want to hear and what's the reality of it may not be what I want to hear. So where people really should be starting from when it comes to financial planning is covering the risk management. Because before you try and grow your money, you have to protect your money. And that's what risk, when you really want to think about it, that's what risk management is. I'm protecting my money. For instance, if I don't wake up in the morning to make it to work, or if I don't make it home from work, I need to ensure that my family will be taken care of. So guess what? Let me make sure I have the right amount of insurance, because that just means I'm covering my risks in case I'm not able to be there financially for my family. I want to ensure that's going to be there. But you can also look at it on a positive aspect, which is, hey, I just want to ensure that at a certain age, I know that I could have X amount of dollars for myself. That's a positive way how you can utilize risk management when it comes to life insurance. And another part of risk management could be about your disability. It goes twofold. For those who I worked with before, who are business owners, that could be a salon owner, a nail tech, or does makeup. Guess what? Carpal tunnel. We do hear about a lot of times in that industry, carpal tunnel is a big thing. So guess what? Protect your money and make sure you have the proper amount of disability so you could make it to work, or that you don't have to rush back to work. You could take the time to properly heal and protect your business. Or if you work a 9 to 5, especially in the health in the hospitals, you don't want to rush back to work because your job disability taking too long to kick in. So now your bills. So guess what? What's your plan B? Create your own disability plan, which will probably kick in before that, before your job disability, and then your job disability could kick in after that. So now you don't have to rush back to work with a cast on your wrist, or limping because you still have nagging pain in your leg. So after you cover the risk management, then we go into the fun part, which is planning your success and your goals, where you want to be financially. But that's where you should really start with. First, protect your money, which is have the right risk management in place, and then start planning about your money.
You know, these are the tough conversations. And the truth is, again, not enough of us, you know, as individuals, as families, are having these conversations. So you having this role to make sure that as individuals, we have the support for these conversations is powerful. Owen, quickly, as we wrap up, I've got to ask this, right? Based on your experience and your longevity in the world of personal finance, and for the youth listening, what are the 1, 2, or 3 qualities they need to develop now in order to have a sustaining career as a financial advisor?
All right, great question. Hopefully these answers help someone out. I would say 1, be coachable, because once you feel like you know it all, that's when you show that you don't know much. So you have to be coachable, bro. Another thing, I would say be optimistic, and at the same time, be confident. Be optimistic and think about bright things, because hard times will come. But if you're optimistic, you can see yourself out of those hard times, and have confidence, because if you are a person of color in the financial industry, listen, you're going to have that confidence to know that some people, as much as you know, they may not want to do business with you just because they want to do business with their own kind, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as they give you the respect and make time for you to at least express what you know, and they can see what you know. So just have the confidence, know that you're going to have to hear some no's before you get to some yes. And not just with the young crowd, but also with the adults, with the parents. I would say have a variety of different friends. Have some friends that may be in different career paths that your children could see and could be inspired by as well. So you as a parent, you have the responsibility where your village, because it takes a village to raise a child, your village should have different people in different careers that your child could look up to and could speak with.
Absolutely. No, this is powerful advice, right? For both the youth listening and the parents, right? I appreciate that, Owen. I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to share in this amazing conversation. If you can just tell our listening audience, where can they follow your movement? Where can they learn more and connect with you, Owen?
All right. First of all, I want to thank you very much for allowing me to be on your platform. So I appreciate you for that, my brother. And for those who would like to keep in contact, you can feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at I Should Be Your Agent. Once again, that's I Should Be Your Agent, all one word. Or if you'd like to email me, you could email me at 83theplanner@gmail.com. That's 83theplanner@gmail.com.
I appreciate that, Owen. It gets no more straightforward than that. I should be your agent, ladies and gentlemen. Owen, thank you. Erwin.
I am your agent. Thank you very much. So tell us so we can get in contact with you.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, you know my personal and professional goals are to help the youth be best prepared for college, career, and beyond so that we can have more Owens out there. Visit pathwithapurposenyc.com. When you get there, use the code IRIE, IRIE, for a discount when purchasing our college study flashcards. Follow Melbourne Motivation, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course, until next time, please be safe, live with big energy. Erwin, we connect again next week.
All the best, my friend. And remember, I'm on your list for Christmas shopping. Catch you next week. All right. There you have it. Melbourne Motivation presented.